So you finally gave in and you're finally ready to try out Final Fantasy XIV, the MMO that everybody has been talking about. And right now, as of the recording of this video, Endwalker has just released. And you're probably a new player looking for things to make the experience go by as smooth as possible. Well, the first thing that I can definitely assist with, there are a few types of quests in this game, and I'll show the icons over here. Main story quest icons, you'll want to do those no matter what. You need those to progress through the entire story and the entire expansion. It is a requirement to get through the game. The next type of quest are these unlock quests right here. They're kind of blue and they have a plus sign. And I would strongly recommend doing most of these quests. You'll notice that there's kind of a pattern with these quests. You'll be able to pretty easily predict what the quest is going to unlock. Whether it's going to give you some items, whether it's going to give you new dungeons, or whether it's going to give you harder dungeons. You can pretty much tell based on just the text that's on the screen when you are going to accept these quests. I think that I probably should have done more of these quests while leveling up. Now that I'm all the way through Stormblood, I'm kind of going back. I'm doubling back to unlock some of the old content, such as the Crystal Tower. I'm unlocking Coils of Bahamut, just a bunch of things that I missed without really realizing that I had missed it. And it was all because I wasn't doing these blue unlock quests. There's a third type of quest, and this is what the icon looks like. And this is going to be a great quest to do on alternate jobs, just to kind of push out experience. There are a few other types of quest icons that you'll see probably in a lot of leveling alt job guides. I'm not going to really go over those. I just want to go over these three main types of icons. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is called Deep Dungeons, and these are actually unlocked by these blue unlock quests that I had just mentioned. The first one being Palace of the Dead, which is unlocked by a quest chain started in Gridania, and the second is Heaven on High, which is unlocked shortly after getting into Stormblood. That is available just after one of the characters brings you and your buddies to an island. I'm trying to avoid spoilers here, but there are plenty of tutorials on how to unlock both of those. Really, the thing that I wanted to talk about is the process of restarting the levels that are the most efficient to grind, so that you can level up the fastest. With Palace of the Dead, it's going to be restarting level 51 through 60 and kind of repeating those over and over again. Once you unlock the floors for level 50 and up, then you're able to recreate your save files within Palace of the Dead and restart on floor level 51. I would say that this is extremely worthwhile doing. I'm not going to be the guide on how to complete Palace of the Dead, but I would say it's absolutely worth going through and trying out for sure on your alternate job. Once you've gone through the main story quest quite a bit and you decide that you want to level up an alternate job, or maybe you've finished all the main story quests there are and you're looking at starting up a different job and you want to level it up and get caught up pretty quickly, Palace of the Dead and Heaven on High are fantastic options for this. I think with Heaven on High, the floor that you want to recomplete multiple times is 21 through 30. And it's going to be the same process as it would be for Palace of the Dead, except for you're going to start out at 21 instead of 51 with Palace of the Dead. And another huge tip that really improved the quality of the game for me is taking your time through the main story quest. A ton of other players say it, but as a new player myself, I've only been playing for roughly a year. I would say that is one of the hardest tips to kind of process and implement. Coming from other MMOs such as World of Warcraft, they typically want you to just rush to max level, rush to end game, and experience whatever the end game content is currently going on. The great thing about Final Fantasy is that they have a ton of evergreen content, so there's usually always a reason to be doing all of the content, not just the new content specifically. And purchasing a level skip or a story skip is going to really set you back. You're not going to understand what the story is going in. Sure, you can go back and replay it at some point with the New Game Plus system. I would argue that it is far more worth your time taking your time the first go through and really enjoying the main story quest as you're going through it. Plus, the level sync system that they have implemented in the game is, I think it's implemented great. There are a few classes that are a little bit wonky. I would say probably all of the classes or jobs that you unlock that don't start at level 1 all probably feel a little bit weird in the low level dungeons. Finally, the last tip is leave a like and subscribe.